Hey, this is Nat, and we're off our couch in the Florida Panhandle, Pensacola, Florida to be exact, visiting Big Lagoon State Park, a coastal park consisting of 704 acres, which sits on its namesake, Big Lagoon, separating the mainland from Perdido Key and the Gulf of Mexico. The park offers an enticing variety of activities: camping, swimming, boating, kayaking, wildlife viewing, and nature viewing, even from atop a 3-story observation tower. And along with you all, we will drive, walk, and climb throughout the park to enjoy the breathtaking views and amenities that Big Lagoon State Park has to offer. First, important details we need to enter the park. Admission is $6 per vehicle, $4 for single occupant vehicles, and $2 for pedestrians and bicyclists. The Florida State Parks annual pass is a great option as you'll be visiting Florida State Parks frequently. Admission details are on the website that we will have listed in the description. We'll discuss camping here at Big Lagoon State Park first, and a major change coming to Big Lagoon as far as the camping is concerned. The campgrounds here will be closed starting February 1st, 2025 until August 1st, 2025 for a renovation project. Currently, the information for the campgrounds, you can expect 75 designated campground sites equipped with electric, water, and a picnic table. Primitive group camping is also an option here at Big Lagoon State Park. Be sure to check the website for pricing and changes, especially with the renovation project set to happen. Big Lagoon State Park has over 5 miles of hiking and nature trails. Keep an eye out for birds, deer, and other wildlife while hiking, especially by the boat ramp where we saw an eagle and an osprey. The boat launch and entrance sits on the Intercoastal Waterway. It is $10 for one person and $12 for 2 to 8 people with a boat currently. We want to make it to the 3-story observation tower before nightfall. This is a large park, so we are jumping back into the car. On the way there, we do pass the Ampitheatre with restrooms, water, and electricity, which is available for rent. And you can see already from here that we have made it. We are now approaching the observation tower, which we definitely want to climb. So that way you can see the view from the top and practice our bird watching skills. Big Lagoon State Park is a gateway for the Great Florida Birding and Wildlife Trail, which is a network of more than 500 prominent wildlife viewing sites across the state, if you did not know already. And since it is a stopover on the trail, a variety of ducks, sandpipers, and black-bellied plovers can be seen at this park, so you can spot many different birds here, especially during the spring and fall migrations. So it's a great idea to bring binoculars. And if you did forget yours or you don't have any to bring, you can always borrow some from the ranger stations, which is what we did. The kids have them, so I'm not sure what birds they're seeing right now from afar, but it is common to see great blue herons, king rails, a variety of waterfowl, and we already saw an eagle and an osprey too, even though we didn't get to catch them on camera. Regardless of what the kids are seeing or not seeing, they're having so much fun using the binoculars, and we haven't even made it to the top of the observation tower yet, but we will be there soon. But look at that. We have to see what's catching our eye, and we can see and hear fish jumping out of the water. Let's go ahead and head up the observation tower now though. We'll stop for views on each story though. From this observation tower, we'll be able to see 9 different natural communities that make up this park. Low-lying swamplands, lakes, ponds, marshes, just some of the natural areas that are part of this state park. And aren't these views amazing? Back to climbing now. From here we can see the Gulf Islands National Seashore, the longest stretch of federally protected seashore in the United States, covering 160 miles, and it is absolutely breathtaking. You can see Perdido Key from here too, which is also incredibly beautiful. Have you all visited Perdido Key or the Gulf Islands National Seashore yet? Let us know. Earlier, we saw people fishing at the boat launch. There's fishing going on along the boardwalk here too, leading up to the tower. Another interesting aspect of this park is that you can begin or end the Florida Circumnavigational Saltwater Paddling Trail here. Oh, that's a mouthful. The trail is 1,515 miles and it takes paddlers around the entire state of Florida. It officially begins here at Big Lagoon State Park, goes around the Florida Peninsula and the Florida Keys, and ends at Fort Clinch State Park, a beautiful and historical state park that we visited not too long ago, located in Fernandina Beach, Florida on Amelia Island. So that would not only be an extensive but also a remarkable journey, especially since you would see every Florida coastal habitat type if you paddle the entire trail. And of course, you can break it up in sections too. Amazing. And I would imagine the views from the water would be more amazing than what we're witnessing now. I don't know, but if you do, you'll have to let me know. We have more exploring to do still here in Big Lagoon State Park. So we will head back down so we can walk the path to Lone Pond. Along this path are informational markers about the different animals that we may see while we're visiting. Other than the birds that I already mentioned, we have also seen a deer so far, which we did not catch on camera again somehow. But we have our camera ready now, and I hope you also have your binoculars out and ready because I believe up ahead that we can see an alligator a little ways off. But just in case, we're going to go ahead and get that closer look. A gator. Actually, two. We saw two here in Lone Pond. And I know you all believe me now because I have proof of at least one, right? Before it gets real dark, let's go ahead and stop by the beach. There are small beach areas within the park, and this is the West Beach area. There's not a whole lot of beach here, but you can swim here, enjoy a meal here, or just enjoy this gorgeous view and sunset if you're here in the evening like we are. And at Big Lagoon State Park, they host stargazing events. They do occur on select weekends when the moon is at 3/4 full, and it's just the perfect amount of light, the website states, to allow participants to see the rings of Saturn along with other nighttime marvels. My kids would love that. We all would, perhaps someday. For now, we'll end the evening and this video marveling at this glorious sunset. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you so much for getting off the couch with us. What did you all think of Big Lagoon State Park? Is it a park you've already visited? Is it a park that you plan to visit? Do you have a favorite activity or feature within this park? And if you've been getting off the couch with us for a while, and if you subscribe to our newsletter, you may recall that we have assigned ourselves the mission of visiting at least 100 other Florida state parks with the purpose of discovering our favorites. So tell us what you think about this park and tell us your favorites. And if you're not discovering the different state parks along with us just yet, join us on our monthly newsletter, please. We update our Florida State Parks quest on our newsletter. We offer travel tips from our experience and inform, or at least entertain, you all, our fellow travelers, with our travel stories, both the good and the bad. The sign-up link is in the description and on our website at offourcouch.com. Another adventure in Pensacola, Florida comes your way next week. Each and every Saturday, we're off our couch for another outing, and our next outing is at Fort Pickens. Fort Pickens is part of the Gulf Islands National Seashore, the longest stretch of federally protected seashore in the United States that we briefly mentioned earlier. Fort Pickens is one of 4 military forts constructed to protect Pensacola during the 1800s. As historical and vast as this fort is, we'll explore beyond the fort, walking the trails, climbing the battery, taking a stroll on the pier, and watching another wondrous sunset over the beach. If you yet to subscribe please. Join us off the couch for another look at Pensacola. And as always, thanks for joining us on this adventure in Pensacola, Florida at Big Lagoon State Park. Thank you also for all the likes, shares, comments, and suggestions. All of you join us off the couch week after week is what makes these adventures possible, so thank you. Until next week, click on the video to see another one of our experiences. Thanks for watching.